Well, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to encourage you all, as like from my last video or one of my couple videos previously, where I was just kind of demonstrating or showing you all about the pencil sharpener as to how I was actually going about drawing the outline of it and then going into more details. So I'm going to encourage you all, especially for you beginners, is to just find different things. Beginners, start off with something small, not too much of a big challenge for yourself. Here I've got a small container here, and for you beginners, you start off small, and train your eyes to follow the lines, and to drawing the outline of the objects that you are wanting to draw. So for instance, like if I'm going to be drawing this container here, right, onto my paper, I'm going to sketch my lines in. So I would start off with just sketching my lines, like from here on the side. My first line would be this side line. So I'm just going to be sketching my line, figure out like pretty much where I want this container to fit onto my paper, and pretty much center-wise. So I would sketch in my side line here, come down here at the very bottom, and that line is pretty squared, right? And then on the opposite side here, I'm going to just sketch in my line here. Now, I could have just started off with just pretty much drawing, like the overall shape here looks like a square, right? It's a square, basic square, or what have you, a rectangle, right? So I would sketch very lightly my rectangle, and then for my top part, the top portion of this container here, if I'm looking at this from this type of view, right, I can see that the edges of this, both edges, are much wider than the edges of my square or my rectangle. So I'm going to come out here and extend these two side lines here. And I've got pretty much as a basic shape a somewhat of a kind of smaller, if I'm looking at the overall basic shape of this, it's pretty much a smaller sized, more of an extended rectangle, right? More of an extended rectangle. So now what I've got are pretty much my two basic shapes. And now from this point on forward, I'm going to start going in and just kind of redefining my lines. Redefining the lines pretty much in a sense like this line here, on this side here, this kind of has a bit of a kind of roundness to it. So I would go back in and redefine this line more of a kind of roundness, right? Like a bit of a roundness. And that will be pretty much on the same or the opposite side as well. I'm gonna come in and kind of create a little bit of a curve right here, okay? And for the very bottom, that as well. It's got a bit of a curve kind of angle as well at the bottom. Remember, take your time, follow the lines, and redefine them once you have your basic shape. And now I'm going to go back up in here to my more thinner rectangular basic shape and redefine these lines as well. So starting at here on my left side here, I'm going to come in here and redefine this line. And again, we got a bit of a curved line down here as well. So this is curved. And on my right side here, this kind of curves in as well. So I'm just getting my finalized lines here. And then of course, I'm going to come in here and clean them up. Take away all of my unnecessary lines that I no longer will be needing. And another thing that you all want to pay kind of close attention to as you are doing your drawing, right, is pay close attention to the height of the base of your container, the height of the base, okay? And remember your curved angles. Remember the curved angles. Okay. So, just in general, here we got our basic shape of our container. Then we go in, we redefine the lines, right? And I can take my eraser and just go now and just kind of clean up or remove all the unnecessary lines or the sketch lines that I've had here in the beginning. Okay. And that should pretty much give you a very good foundation and for you to kind of like set yourself up to your next step, which would be going and adding your different tonal values as needed, and extra added little details, like if you wanted to add a little details into, you know, the top portion of the container here, which would be another little kind of fine line right there. Sharpen your lead so you have a nice point, and continue on. So again, for beginners, start off with something, you know, not too big of a challenge. Remember, draw in your basic shapes, then go back and redefine your lines, and then set yourself up for adding all your fine details and your different tonal values for your shadows and different shading areas, because that is what really makes the difference and bringing life into your drawing. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to turn on your notifications so that you are notified when I do post new videos. Until my next video, bye for now.